Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 15. We have a few things to test out right now. I had a really good comment that said, with the size of this header being like 14 meters or whatever, and the size of this cultivator, which is like 9, we might end up getting some gaps in our rows. And so I want to just test it. I mean, I know that's correct. I want to see how large the gaps are because, of course, the worker doesn't use the full length of the header when he harvests. So let's just do a couple rows to make sure, one, that we can actually get it to work, and two, to see if we need to buy a smaller header, which I'll totally do if we need to. Right now I'm hitting some buttons. Okay, so we just did barley, and I think we have a tipper full maybe. So let's plant maybe more canola, just to have more, because again, once canola goes on great demand, if we have 100,000 sitting in the silo, we can make, 200 and some, or no, probably almost 300,000 by selling it. So let's do another thing of canola. Yes, I understand that we are going to lose some straw swath by doing this because the cultivator is going to... I just want that car to go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Why are we withering? What did I do? Okay, so I just turned it down to like 1 speed. Hopefully we can get the rest of this without withering. I think I sped up time to get to daytime and then kind of forgot, which, I think are used to with me. Alright. All this traffic is just really starting to bum me out. Like, it's really just... Okay. Like, come on. We don't... Okay, go. Traffic. Okay. So we're going to start a little bit like this. This is about what the worker will do by default. We have our canola pick. Look at that. There's already another car. Like, who drives on dirt roads this much? Nobody. That's who. Let's start. I think we want the worker to focus. So basically we can either start the worker selected with the harvester, the header, or the planter. And we, I think, are going to select the harvester and hit H. I don't think I've unfolded it, maybe? Yeah. So unfold. No, we want to... Wait, what? Yeah, unfold the header. And then unfold the harvester. There we go. That's probably why it's not working. Hopefully. Okay. And then... Does our pipe out? Okay, pipe out's fine. Now let's see if we can figure out how to get a worker. And maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe you have to do this manually with the... with this attachment here, which is fine. That means we'll probably just not do it. I'm just trying to see if I've done... Maybe we need this folded in. Yeah, we want to fold the header. And then hire a worker. Okay, so if I detach this, but then I attach it again. So that's really good to know. We cannot hire a worker to do both. Sometimes you can, like if you have a tractor with a fertilizer and a cultivator. I've done it, like you can do both things at once, but I guess this you cannot. So I could do it manually, which could be worth it, or I could just not worry about it, let the large header work quickly, get another tractor to do the cultivator, and I think that's probably what we'll do. Whoops. So that's fine. Then we don't have to worry about it. That's... Let's see. Straw swath is enabled. Everything's good. So we're going to harvest a lot quicker. I'm sorry about that withering. I'm not sure. I just totally messed that up. Let's get this sower out of the way. We can actually go set it up somewhere else. We can actually get our loading wagon and start picking up the straw. Because as soon as we start picking up the straw, then we can start cultivating and sowing our canola. So let's pick this up. We'll fold it up because of the insane amounts of traffic on a dirt road. I did grow up on dirt roads. I do know that they are not that busy, but that's okay. If it lets me pave it, I would pave it in a heartbeat. Let's go to the loading wagon, which is I don't know. I have no idea where I left it. So we're gonna check the map. We can click this until we see it, and it's over here by the biogas plant, which is near this tractor. So we can actually hop in this tractor. Enter. Enter. No. Oh, I'm already in it. Okay. Great. So we're actually already by it, which is wonderful. We'll keep the mower on just as like a weight. And we'll pick this up, go over to our farm, pick up some straw so that we can start planting. I'm kind of bummed, not gonna lie, that that we can't hire a worker to harvest and cultivate. But that's okay. We just have to spend a little bit more money to hire a second worker. It's really not a big deal. We, like that comment said, we probably would have had to buy a smaller header anyway. So this way we can maximize our harvesting and maximize our sowing, and it'll be just fine. So it doesn't look like we need straw on the cows. We can kind of see from here it looks full. So we can use all this straw to just sell, which should get us about $18,000 if it's still selling at the same price. I could windrow, but I'm not going to worry about going to get that. With the size of the header, these are in pretty large rows as it is. And we'll just go ahead and pick it up. And, okay, so last time I kind of gave the options of like, well, do I want a bigger tipper? Or do I want to save up money for a wood chipper? And then, of course, all my feedback was like neither of those things. I kind of had like a large array of different options that people wanted to see. Someone wanted a chaff harvester, which obviously I would love one. If I could afford it, I would buy a chaff harvester right away so that we could get even more into the biogas industry. The problem with that is, of course, the fact that we need at least $385,000. So that, you know, if we get a great demand on our canola, we'll be closer to that. If we can get some more silage in, we'll be closer to that, but that's so far away. I feel like we need to spend just a little bit of time focusing on some smaller purchases. And it didn't sound like a lot of people were interested in the wood chipper, which I thought maybe they would be, but I think the biggest deterrent to the wood chipper, and I totally agree with this is why I didn't do it for so long, is because it's just kind of a pain. Like, you have to cut fairly small pieces of wood, and then getting the crane to cooperate into the conveyor belt is just, it's a pain. I mean, it's just a lot of work. And while we will do it at some point, I'm definitely fine with putting that off a little more. So I think this episode we might sell this tipper and just upgrade it to something just a hair larger. It looks like our harvester needs emptied. Do we have a tractor? Is this the only one? Where is this guy at? Oh. Okay, well, we don't need this down here. So we'll get, we'll bring that up later. We'll actually, oh boy. Alright. Let's detach this and we'll go get our tipper and see if we can get another. Yeah, look how much faster this harvester went. Like, it probably knocked out a fifth of the field before we have to empty it, which is really, really great. So let me go get this tipper. I think it holds like 11, about 14,000 maybe. So 2 trips, then it'll fill up this tipper, which is another reason we might want to consider investing in a larger tipper that'll last us for quite a while. So I'll probably do that. And then we can worry about saving up for maybe a chaff harvester and skip the wood chipper for now. We'll see. So let me go ahead and unload, or not unload, but load. Let me empty this. Look at that. I can drive right underneath it. No backing up. I don't have to restart the worker. That is worth it right there. Not to mention how large of a capacity it has and how large of a header that is. Which means these straw swath rows are even more combined than the ones over there. So it's, wow, there is a lot of barley. You can see it still has quite a bit to empty. Quite a bit indeed. Okay, we're almost there. Wow. Let's go empty this, and I think I might just go ahead and sell it. Because we have this one, 21,000. We can sell it for probably about 15, which will get us about 65, which means we can get this one. Because these are, like, these full are going to be super heavy. This full is going to be super heavy, but I can always use our newest, biggest tractor. So I think that's what let's do it. Let's empty it, sell it, pick up that bigger one, which has over twice the capacity, which is should last us for, oh, I want to go here, for quite a while. Okay. Empty it out. And we're off. Let's see, what else has been happening? I've had some requests to use mods. And of course the only one I use right now is the Spotlight, or not Spotlight, the Floodlight mod to light things up purely for the sake of video. But it's a really nice thing to have even if you're not recording, so I highly recommend it. Otherwise I've never really used mods in this game. I just have never looked into them. I've always been satisfied with what they provide, what the game provides without. However, I definitely am, with with how much I've played and people wanting them, I'm open to using them. If you guys want to suggest mods you want me to use, go ahead. I'll look into them. I prefer using mods. Tipper, AgroLiner, yeah, this is gonna be great. I prefer using mods that are on the legit official farming simulator site. They're just easier to use. I've tried installing some mods from other sites that they just wouldn't work for me. So I don't know if I was just trying the wrong mod that just happened to not work, or if those sites are just more difficult to use. I don't know. But I'll look into anything that you guys suggest and try to use them. I know I need to look at some maps because I'm kind of interested in doing like a new series that's just on, not a new one, a different one. I'll still keep doing this one obviously, but a different one on Twitch that would use like a modded map, but I've never looked at different maps, so I don't know how that will go. So yeah, just throw out suggestions, otherwise I'll see if I can look some up that interest me. But for now, I'm pretty happy with just what they provide, what Giants provides us, and the floodlights. So what's really nice about this harvester is that I can, if once it takes its time turning around here, I can follow it, and the pipe should come out. And then we can probably empty a little bit to make sure that it gets to the end. Because it's not going to pick up a ton because of all the withering, but luckily that really wasn't too much that withered. Man, I just completely forget to slow down time, but that's okay. It's not going to make or break us, right? Now what I'm going to do is make sure I stay on this line here. And I'll go park this down here. That should... You kind of have to estimate. Sometimes I miss. And then when it gets to the end, it should automatically empty. We'll see if that's the case. And this is not quite full. So let's lower it, fill this up. Won't take too much longer. It'll obviously fill up a lot more on the other half of the field where the new harvester had effect. That small one, of course, was, you know, doesn't swath it as compacted. Did I get it? Nope, I think I was a little too far away, which is fine. That's an easy fix. Let's go ahead and put this a little more. There we go. We'll let that empty while I go empty this. Yeah, I like that. And we shouldn't be paying for a worker anymore. Yep, looks like he's gone. So yeah, our field, like our crop farming now should take a lot less time. We have a bigger harvester, bigger solar cultivator, bigger tipper, which means we can spend that time focusing more on silage, forestry, eventually baling. Not sure, you know, you guys obviously have the say. Do we want to save up for a chaff harvester first, or do we want to invest in our baler and mixed wagon first to get our cows up to 100%? I mean, there's a lot of options. I think we should probably invest in cows, period. Like, maybe just buy 5 more. I might do that once I sell this. We can probably pick up some more eggs just while I'm not going to worry about it. We're not going to lose them. Let's go to our shop, because we only have 5 cows. And obviously if we buy 5 more, we double our profit. Let's do that. It's going to be about 12.5. We can do that. And we'll just do 12. It's a good number. Yeah, 12 cows. So we'll over double our profits daily. It probably won't reflect on today, but we can actually speed up time a little bit now until I go back to, until we have our canola grown. So let's set this down. Let's get into this, and we really need that other tractor here, but that's okay. Yeah, this is already pretty heavy. We should probably, if we ever have to load this full, we'll definitely need to use that other tractor right there, the bigger one. But since we're just emptying it, it'll be just fine, I think. Let's empty it out. We can just leave it here. Oh, this one empties from the back, it looks like. Yep. Alright, what do I want to do? I want to start cultivating while we finish up our straw loading. We can leave that there, just because it's slowing us down a bit. Turn the light on, there we go. I might have to turn floodlights on this episode, but we will see. Okay, so let's go over here. I am going to plant canola, because if we can get a ton of canola, like just lots and lots and lots, and we wait for that great demand that happens, if we get a good one, I mean, it'll change a lot of things. We can invest in, I mean, we could almost save up for a chaff harvester in one fell swoop, if we can get 1 or 2 more fields. But yeah, it's just a matter of waiting for that to happen. Alright, I think this will be fine. Maybe we might miss an edge, but that's okay. We're going to start it. Yeah, I'll turn it on. It's starting to get dark. Okay, he straightened it out, but he did not move. Is that cultivated? Oh yeah. Okay, now we need to hurry this up because it looks like that's going pretty fast. Which is nice, it's what we want. Let me turn this on. Oh, okay. Go, tractor. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of lag, and we're back to normal. We'll just start over here. Yeah, that cultivator is going to catch up really fast, which is really good. Alright. And then, of course, after we plant canola, we don't have to worry about straw swaths, so we can start cultivating almost immediately once our harvester starts, but that'll probably be next episode. I think for this one we'll finish up the straw and call it a day. But we'll see. Who knows, sometimes I get into things and just sort of lose track of time. Okay, so our cultivator's coming back. We also need to get our beautiful yellow harvester off the field. Man, it's so nice to have that. Like, those 2 upgrades last time really excited me for just the future of this farm. Just so you guys are aware, and gals are aware, we are about 12 out. No, what was it? 11 hours into this game? 11 or 12. There's not a big difference when we're playing Farming Sim between an hour, but we're about 11 to 12 hours of gameplay on this farm, and I can easily say that it is the most progress I've ever made in 12 hours. A lot of that is, of course, playing on easy instead of normal or hard, but then a lot of that, I think, was starting animals right away and just being a little wiser with my investments. You know, just kind of knowing what makes money. Forestry helped a lot. I've never done that, but it's been a really good time kind of getting this far, and who knows how far we'll take it. I've thought about that a lot, you know, what's the stopping point, and right now I don't really have one. It's kind of whenever people lose interest, I guess, or when I lose interest, I don't know. But I think we'll take it pretty far because we're almost 20 episodes in, and I definitely am down to do... Oh, this looks like the harvester dropped it off. Down to do a lot more, so I would love to see our cows get to 100%. That's a whole bunch of time to do baling and to do mixed rationing and all that. I want to do chaff harvesting so that our biogas plant can fill up pretty nicely, and that takes time. I do want to focus on like buying fields and making the map just a little more aesthetically pleasing, which is like super ridiculous and not really functionally helpful, but I just really like the idea of driving around. Like if I looked straight right now at that big field, if that was all just grass, it would look so good. So we have lots to do. Of course, you all can always suggest things that you want to see in this series. If I'm taking a path and you guys would rather see something else, tell me. I'm not set in stone on my plans. I just kind of go with them unless I hear differently. Alright, so we almost got this full again, then we'll probably be able to fill it up one more time. Yep, it's going to get a little dark. I'll turn on this spotlight over, not spotlight, floodlight over here by the straw selling barn area. Of course that was bad. Okay, do the little circle. Jump out. Let's light this place up. There we go. We can see again. Yeah, I don't know. I think what I'll do is just stop talking for a bit, since I feel like this episode's been very heavily on me just kind of talking about things. I'll speed up time and we'll finish up the loading of this straw, do one more sale of it, and call that a day. I'll come back when we're done with that. So here we go. Okay, so I noticed that this guy over here is stuck. Let me turn on this flood, or is it? I think it is. I think we're just kind of in between the floodlights, which probably means that the cultivator is too large for this tractor. I think we can switch out these two tractors. I think that littler tractor will be just fine for the loading wagon. Let's try. And then we should be able to cultivate a little bit quicker than we were with that littler one. Let me see. Someone did suggest selling the two smaller tractors and upgrading to just one larger one, which might make a lot of sense. I don't know if we'll ever need three. Yeah, for some reason. For some reason it just will not. I don't know if it's because of the slope. But it definitely will not, yeah, because it looks like that didn't finish either. That's really weird. Really kind of a bummer. Of course, we gotta let that truck go. Let's see, I'm gonna start... Or wait, was it already cultivated? Is that why? What? How would that have happened? This will overlap quite a bit. Yeah, it's not moving at all. And backing this thing up is so difficult because it just does that weird thing. Let me do a full circle here. Alright, go between these cars. This is really strange. I've never had such a problem with hired workers. Let's put this down. Okay. We get a little closer to the field. Yeah, he just doesn't move at all. Is it because I have a mower on the front? Let me try that. Oh, weird. Okay. For some reason that mower is messing things up. Let me... I don't know if it's trying to mow at the same time. We can definitely get rid of that. Hopefully we don't need to wait with this tractor, but we'll give it a shot. We'll miss some canola there, but oh well. Alright, let's see how this works. Okay, so it's working. Okay, we're gonna miss a little strip there. And it looks like it... Well, we'll finish this out. And then I'll take it back to the top and restart it. Okay, that's fine. Huh, really strange. Yeah, I think that tractor over there was just too small. And then that mower was just confusing things somehow. We'll miss a little bit still. That's okay, we'll try to get a little bit more since we're here. That's okay if it's not perfect. Go ahead, car. Yeah, well, let's just get this little strip. We have to wait till it all grows anyway. So yeah, not the prettiest cultivating that's ever occurred, but I think we're gonna get the job done. Okay. And then we'll start at the top here and hope. So yeah, it might be a good idea to sell those two tractors and get a larger one. Let's see what the price of that's going to be once I get this aligned. I know it's a little dark. There we go. So let's get this hooked back. We'll definitely finish this before we're done. Let me check. Oh. Okay. So we can sell our 2 smaller ones for 25, so we'll get about 60,000, because you can do a little bit more if I take them in. 60,000 plus 11. So we don't really have nearly enough. Because these, let's see, 66, 90 horsepower, 102. Yeah, these just don't really have much. 142 is probably, I think this is the one that someone suggested was the same. So maybe save up 100,000 and get this. Yeah, we might look at that. But for now we can't really afford it, so there's really no point to sell these tractors. So we'll just keep doing what we can with them. So again, I'm going to speed this up, and we'll finish up our straw. Alright, so we're going to empty this last load and call it a day. Next time we'll definitely finish planting our canola. We'll maybe look at doing a little more mowing and filling up our silo at the biogas plant again, since we emptied that out for our upgrades last time. Hope you enjoyed. A like or subscribe is always appreciated. Have yourselves a very nice day.